My family's mantra is growth. So each letter stands for something. So the G is God's grace, the R is resilience, the O is opportunities, the T is tenacity, well, the W is work, the T is tenacity, and the H is helping others. So basically, my mom came up with that at the beginning of 2017, and that was right when we were deciding to switch to medicine. And it's a mantra that kind of kept us level-headed through the whole process. Without God's grace, we wouldn't be in the positions we are right now. Without the resilience, we wouldn't be able to, push forward, push through this process. Without the opportunities we've been presented, we really wouldn't be right here where we are today. Without the work we've put in, we wouldn't be here. And the tenacity, the T, it just kind of, it got us going. You have to
kind of just be all there.
Yeah, you have to go about the process a certain way. You have to have a certain attitude, and with that tenacity, that kind of, shows that. And helping others is kind of the end-all result of this whole thing. And throughout the whole process, helping others has kind of gotten us to where we are today.
So with my decision to switch to medicine, initially we both were physical therapy. That was like our concentration in college to become physical therapists. And we did our shadowing and our volunteering hours, and we kind of wanted something a little bit more stimulating, something more diverse for us. So we switched to medicine. I think the biggest thing for me that it taught me is just to have patience and kind of trust in the journey, because we live in a society, especially with social media, that you kind of see all this instant gratification that people kind of post, like their achievements or whatnot. So you kind of have to block that out and know that for everyone had their own process, and it's not always going to be like the prettiest process, and people always don't show that, so people can get discouraged. And I think that's one of the reasons why medicine, especially in the African American community, is not pursued, because people, we come from different backgrounds, and a lot of time we need that instant gratification. We might be taking care of families, we might be having other responsibilities that we can't take 8 years to try to figure it out and not like make any financial gain. So I think for me, it taught me patience and just to trust the journey that I'm on.
All right, so for medical school, we'll both be attending LSU in Shreveport. So throughout the whole process, we really gave deep thought to all the schools we got into, which was, we each got into 4 schools. And we came about with the decision to go to LSU Shreveport off a few factors. When we went for our interview, it was really like a family feel. It's a smaller class than a lot of medical school classes in the country, and they really embraced us and really were very kind and very nice. And then the icing on the cake was, a few months after we got in, they sent over a letter saying that we both received financial assistance in the form of tuition waivers and fee waivers. So that really kind of pushed us through the door on choosing LSU Shreveport.
Yeah, and for me, it's very similar. When we interviewed, it was very much of a family feel. Like at Newman, we had a small class size. It's a smaller class size there, and the people I know who go there, I was asking them a lot what their experiences were like, and they all said the same thing. Like, they all help each other. It's not like a cutthroat environment. It's like we're all going to get through this and through this tough process. So I really like that about it. Also, like you said, the tuition waiver was a big decision, or a big aspect of that decision as well. And for us also, we've been in New Orleans, pretty much our entire lives. So it was good for us to kind of go away for school, get a change of scenery, because ultimately we want to come back here and serve this community. So being able to go away for a short period of time and experience some other communities was a big aspect of that decision as well. Anyone who's unsure about what they want to do as far as a career, my biggest advice would be to just kind of get experience in that career field. I think when you go to college, you can kind of get hung up on your grades and like just doing those classes, and I mean that's great, you know, make good grades and focus on your coursework. But I think it's really like imperative that you get that real world experience, because we took like 2 years off after we graduated college because we wanted to get more real world experience in the medical field, and you know, make sure, you know, this is what we want to do because it's a big decision. So I would say for anyone, just try to intern as much as you can. If you know someone who's in a field that you're interested in, get in contact with them, set some times up outside of school and just shadow them, and you know, try to make that your primary decision maker as far as what field you want to go into.
And to piggyback off that, I would just suggest that, you know, if you have, you know, multiple interests, to really explore all of those interests. Don't just, you know, you might have a top one that you really like, but I think you should, you know, try everything just to see what fits you, and don't be scared to reach out, because I think when you get to a certain level or a certain age, people are, you know, scared to ask for help because, you know, it's not the most humbling thing to do. Well, actually it is the most humbling thing to do. And so just reach out, ask for help, because a lot of people who've made it to, you know, those high positions in life are willing to give back and are ready to give back. They're looking for people to mentor. So I think just reach out and ask for help is one of the top things I would suggest to do.